How's it going, everybody? I'm Slav-in-a-tor-ski and welcome to the channel. And I just finished watching Zack Snyder's Army of the Dead about, I don't know, 20-30 minutes ago. So I figured I'd do my movie review on it. Just finished watching. It's on Netflix. Dropped on Friday. I didn't get a chance to watch it till today. But it's May 23rd when I'm recording this, so I'm going to try to get this video posted tonight. If not, it'll post first thing tomorrow morning. But anyways, if you do enjoy content like this, subscribe to the channel. I'm always dropping stuff, different videos on a couple different subjects, things here and there. Likes always super appreciated, and comment away in the comments section what your thoughts are on the movie, things like that. So as usual, I'm going to go through no spoilers in the beginning, and then afterwards I'll give you a warning, and then we'll go into the spoilers section of it. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and put up a slideshow for you. And we'll get rid of this background. There are no spoilers in the slideshow. I've included some background images, or I would say filming images from cameras in the back, kind of showing how they filmed some of the stuff. But no spoilers. Anything you see in here is in the trailers, or kind of how you figured it would have been filmed anyways. Alright, so let's go ahead and transition that in. We'll get the screenshots going. You can see here they're kind of laughing and joking and stuff. Alright, so I'm just going to have that kind of roll in the background while I talk about the movie. I honestly, right off the bat, I liked it. I enjoyed the movie quite a bit. It's a great action flick. Dave Bautista was pretty good in it. He actually put a little bit of emotion in this one, so he's getting better the more movies that he's in. I have more thoughts on that in a little bit. But I did enjoy it quite a bit. You'll see here on this screenshot, John from The Walking Dead is in it. Plays a very different character than he does, Fear the Walking Dead. He plays a very different character here, so be ready for that. Here's kind of the whole crew all together. But it gives you kind of an idea of what to expect in this. It's very much a heist movie. There's no denial about it. It's got the guy that played, oh gosh, brain fart. Alright, I'm not going to say it since my brain's just dying. It's 8:30 at night, and it's just been a lazy Saturday, so my brain's not quite functioning right. But like usual with these movies, you have the three acts. So the beginning act introduces the characters. The middle act introduces the conflict, and third act is conflict resolution. So in this case, it introduces the characters right off the bat. It introduces actually the whole world right off the bat. So the first, I don't know, 15 minutes of the movie or so is kind of just a big cut of a lot of what happened and how the world came to be over in Las Vegas. How the zombies took over, things like that. So you have the introduction of where it started, then it goes into just a whole montage of everything that happens, and it's all to Viva Las Vegas. So it's really, really good. It shows the whole story of kind of like the couple of years, whatever it was, that went up to where Vegas is now. And yes, that image of that cat was in the trailer, so no spoilers there. But yeah, so that whole thing, and it's all to the music. It's great. It's Zack Snyder. It's what he does. He likes the slow motion. He likes everything to be a certain way. He does his gratuitous action scenes, things like that. I love it. I love the guy's filming style. I always have. But let's see. So positives, Bautista did a great role. All the actors did a pretty good job, I think. John was a little, I keep calling him John because that's what he was in Fear the Walking Dead, but he seemed a little like he's trying to get into the character a little bit. He's not quite believable in the role he played as just yet, but you can see where he's kind of getting there. So I think more roles like this, and he'll be really good. I do like him in any sort of, anything with shooting stuff. He's great in that, obviously because of Fear the Walking Dead. But the special effects and makeup, amazing. All this like CGI is really, really good. Some parts you can see it here and there, but not very often. I really enjoyed it. All the combat scenes are over the top. It's definitely not realistic. Don't go in here thinking you're going to be watching a realistic movie. It's very much actionized and stuff, and Snyder tends to do that quite a bit. So if I had any critiques would be it's definitely, you kind of know what's going to happen if you've seen any of these movies, but I don't know, I kind of don't care about that anymore. Even if I know what's going to happen, I want to see how they present it, and that's kind of where I go with it. So it's predictable. It's definitely super crazy action popcorn flick. That's not really a critique, that's just an observation. I would say the most heinous critique that I have, and anyone that watches my channels will probably have the same one, is whoever their special effects person is really needs to acclimate. They need to become more familiar with Firearms, because they really got some of these bad. Everything, the way that they're put together and everything is fine. They all have optics, at least, unlike The Walking Dead. Everything has an optic of some sort. Everything seems put together appropriately. It's very obvious to tell when they're shooting. It's CGI. A lot of times it's not them actually shooting. It's fake computer-generated bullets, shells, even the muzzle flash is the same. But a lot of what you'll notice is the usual type, like you see in the 80s movies. These people shoot forever and almost never reload. That's pretty crazy. You'll see some of the ARs, the dust covers are up, yet they're shooting, and it has the CG. There was one scene where the CG shells were popping out of when they were shooting, but the dust cover was up, and they were just having them fade in just outside of it. It was very obvious, but people that aren't that familiar with Firearms and stuff like that won't really notice, so it's not a big deal. As far as the rest of it, I enjoyed the rest of it. I did like it quite a bit. The fighting was great. It's a whole new take on new take on zombies. A little bit fresh. Some things in there kind of keep you guessing. They don't answer all the questions, of course. Let's see. She was on Star Trek Discovery and kind of plays kind of a tough person in there, hard ass, so to speak. I was trying not to say it, but that's the only term I can think of. So, same thing here. They're good at the role, so why not? Let's see. What else can I say without spoiling it? Great flick. It's just under 2.5 hours long, so have your popcorn ready. Be ready to sit down and watch it all the way through. There aren't really any broken up parts, so if you wanted to watch it in multiple sittings, it's going to be hard to kind of come back and see where you wanted to go. The whole heist and everything's cool. They have the humor. There is humor in this movie. There's actually a fair amount spread throughout. Most of it is dark humor, and that's right up my alley. I absolutely loved it. There's a whole scene with a zombie on a dolly, and that's all I'm going to say. You'll understand if you've watched the movie what I'm talking about. I thought it was pretty funny. Let's see. Other than that, like I said, beginning, middle, and end. So let's go to the beginning. Introduces the characters. Makes you kind of feel for them a little bit. Their conflicts in the past, why they're being asked to, go on this heist, so on. So Batista's kind of the main lead, and it goes to why these people are asking him to go on the heist, and why he's picking out a team of other people that he knows and people that they know, so on and so forth. So that's kind of the introduction of all the characters and the world and everything like that. So the conflict is also kind of introduced in the first act, but it's more so in the second act. So this isn't a spoiler, but they have Las Vegas quarantined for the zombies are inside of it, and everybody else on the outside. So the conflict is they want to get inside and heist this money from one of the casinos. So it's, 200 million, I think, they want to pull out of there. So the conflict is, once they get inside, how are they going to get around the zombies? They notice some things that they weren't expecting, as usual, and so it's all about that and what they can do to kind of get around that. So the conflict has arisen there. You have the two sides kind of clashing, the humans and the zombies. Conflict resolution is at the end, and I will say this, when they get to the vault, exactly what you'd expect, the walls just break loose and the action just kicks it up a notch from there. And the conflict resolution goes all the way through the third act till the very end. Now, there is nothing after the credits. There is kind of a scene right before the credits. I think they were going to put it after, but they just popped it before. Nothing after the credits. I stayed all the way through. So don't worry about that. The minute you hit the credits, you can walk away if you wanted to. So yeah, third act, I thought it ended well. It ended how I kind of expected it to. A good ending, as with like stuff Zack Snyder does. He likes to put little teases in there. I've already seen, I did a Google search earlier when I was pulling up these images, he's talking about a sequel and his ideas for it. I can kind of see where he's going to go with that a little, especially by the ending, if you kind of get my drift. But I would highly suggest it. Great movie, good action flick. There's lots of gore, what you'd expect. There's a scene where somebody unloads a Maudus at a zombie, and you kind of see it just blow apart into pieces. It's amazing. I love it. They got the gore CGI really well done. As far as the rest of it, I'm trying to not say spoilers, so if I'm taking a second to think, I'm doing it for you. I don't want to spoil the movie. I think that's pretty much it. It's all kind of over-the-top action. If you like that kind of stuff, you're going to like this movie. And if you like anything Zack Snyder does, you'll probably like this. Alright, so that's all I could think of saying without spoilers. I would definitely suggest this movie. I think it's a good watch. Alright, so yeah, that's what I wanted to get into. Gore, violence, action, zombies exploding, people getting ripped apart, all that nice stuff. And if you're worried about nudity, there's not much. If there is, it's at the very beginning. Zombie strippers. That's all I'm going to say. But it's only in there for 5 minutes max, so you don't have to worry about it. And then if you have kids or something, or you have a certain religion or whatever, I don't know, if you're sensitive to that kind of stuff, after the first, 5, 10, 15 minutes of the movie, you're not really going to see that kind of stuff anymore. Alright, so I think that's everything I hit on there. Alright, so on to the spoilers. You've been warned, spoilers are coming, alright? So, and if you're wondering why I'm looking over here, I have my other monitor on this side. And I had to put this white fan you see going in the background. I hope it's not making too much noise. It's really hot in this room. Alright, so, spoilers. You've been warned. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I can count. Alright, so, spoilers. One person makes it out alive. We're going to hit the big spoiler right off the bat. One person makes it out alive, and there's a catch as well. So, Batista is there with he brings his daughter in, so obviously his daughter survives, and he dies. It's kind of how it's always the trope in 80s action films. This is no different. So, yeah, the action is great. It goes all the way through it. You see each member of the team kind of get picked off one by one. There's a lot of foreshadowing going on, like John here. He bites the big one by the tiger. No one ever kills the tiger or takes care of it. It takes care of him, and it's pretty brutal. It's kind of like what is The Remnant with DiCaprio? It's kind of reminiscent of that. It really tears him up. There is a big boss zombie that started this whole thing in Las Vegas. Gets out of a truck. They hint at aliens, whatever, but starts this whole thing there, and he starts making his own zombie horde, and they're all super powered, can think, they're not stupid, they care about one another. It's very interesting. And you see the one female zombie popping up on here, that's his zombie queen, and of course when they kill her, that's when he loses his crap and he goes after them. Interesting thing about the zombies is some of them glow, like when they blow their heads off, parts of the insides of their heads glow. Some of their eyes glow blue. It's very different. It kind of hints at something that you weren't expecting. When he loses it about the queen zombie, it's because she was actually pregnant with a baby zombie, and of course when they killed her, the baby zombie went too. There's a whole scene where he pulls the baby out and holds it up, and it's actually glowing blue, like an alien or something like that. It's very interesting. So I'm kind of curious where they're going to go with that. But yeah, so pretty much every member bites it. You don't get to see this guy here with the curly hair go. You just kind of know he goes. I don't know how much I want to spoil here, because I hate spoiling too much, and I already did, but we're in the spoiler section. You've been warned. Let's see. So there's zombie horses, zombie tiger. Everyone in this photo here dies. All in their own various ways and forms. There's a spot where you actually expect someone to die suddenly, but the way that they died, it's kind of like, holy crap, you don't expect it. It really kind of, the way that they do it catches you off guard, even though you expected it. She dies in a helicopter crash, which you'd expect. She's a helicopter pilot. But the movie was great. There's the queen I was telling you about. I can get over the lack of knowledge of the different ARs and things that they were shooting in there, just because I thought the action was good and it was a decent movie. They picked kind of a various assortment of gun porn for everybody to see. There was PS90s, SCARs, AKs, ARs. They really like their SIGs as far as sidearms go in here. I noticed that part. Interesting. And some 1911s. But yeah, very, very interesting movie. I really enjoyed it. It's a lot of fun. The first whole 15 minutes, well, the first, I'd say 5 minutes, the zombie escapes from a military vehicle that's going down the road. It pops out, kills everybody, looks over Las Vegas, and then you get that 10-minute montage I was telling you about, to Viva Las Vegas, of just everything happening and just everything going to hell in Las Vegas. So the zombies take over, they start killing everyone, and then the military comes in, and you see A-10s going over top, like firebombing the streets and going off with the guns on the front of them, just right down the streets, wiping them out. It's pretty crazy. Very awesome scene, to be honest. And then you have the post-apocalyptic looking Vegas afterwards when they go into it. But yeah, I don't want to spoil it too much. I've already made this video go on over 15 minutes. I didn't want to do that. But you'll see what I mean when you watch these. Like, Batista has looks like a 50-round drum on that AR that he's shooting. I think he reloads it once in the movie and keeps shooting it. The gun fu is amazing. Like, he's really good at it. All the characters are pretty good at gun fu. It's fun to watch. I mean, it's not the kind of stuff that would necessarily work in real life, but it's really cool to watch. All right, let me take care of that. Phone's going nuts. Sorry about that. But yeah, really liked it. I would definitely highly suggest it for you guys to watch. If you like any sort of action flicks, if you love zombie movies, things like that, check it out. It is worth a watch. But that's it. I'm going to stop before I kind of meander on too much. I know I just spoiled the crap out of it and I lost half of you before, but if you got to this part, let me know what you think in the comments section, because I loved it. Great movie, cool action flick. It's not going to win any Emmys, but great action flick. But yeah, let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Did you like it, hate it? What did you think about everything? Did you notice all those little things with the CGI where they messed up when they were shooting? Let me know some if I missed too. I always like kind of tearing apart a movie like that. But yeah, that's it, guys. Let me know your thoughts again, and I'll talk to you next time. Stay safe, stay strong, and we'll see you then. Got more movie, TV show reviews coming in the future. All right, take it easy, guys, and I'll see you next time. And we remember to hit the right button.